Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. And today I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to give you my quick opinion on should you watch it. And we're going to start off with Mary J. Blige's My Life, My Life, My Life, My Life in the Sunshine. If you look at my life and see what I see. Okay, but I loved it, you guys. I loved it. I loved it because they played so many songs that I totally forgot about. Totally forgot about. When we go back to Real Love, I haven't heard it in forever. I remember when the video came out and how I was feeling and how I was like, who is this girl? And she had on a little skirt with the boots and everything. And we was like, what is this? I loved it. I loved the fact that we didn't really learn too much new. Like, we all know that Mary had a tough childhood and start and everything. We also know everything that she went through with Casey and later on with her husband. And I'm not going to give spoilers. The only thing I will say, the only spoiler I will give is, of course, if we're talking about the making of the My Life album, that was before her husband Kenzo, or ex-husband Kenzo. And I'm so glad he was not even mentioned in this thing. I mean, I guess he wouldn't be because it was before his time, but some kind of way they could have slid him in there. And I'm so glad they paid him dust, absolute dust. He was not mentioned, he was not thought of, and I love that fact. But going back to the making of and what headspace she was in, we already know what happened with her and Casey, like as I said. But I don't know, just talking to, like, they interviewed Andre Harrell. It was good to see him. Rest in peace. And Diddy is the, executive producer. And it was just good. Like, I like Mary. I think she has a rough time singing live. That's always been my opinion. Like, I like her songs, most of them, especially the old stuff. But I've always said she had a rough time singing live, and she was just always very socially awkward to me. Like, when she did her interviews and everything, she would be kind of awkward. So I would always be like, when she smiled, it just seems phony or something is just off. And I will say one thing she said in the documentary. I'm not giving, well, this is a little bit of a spoiler, but it's not a big deal. She said that when she, her life was so rough when they moved to the projects, by the time she was a teenager, she decided she's not smiling, period. She got to be tough, so she can't smile. And she was like, so as a teenager, I never smiled. And so now it makes sense that when she smiles, it's a little awkward for her. I get it now. Like, I feel like I understand her a little bit more. I like her a little bit more. I didn't not like her. I've always liked her. But I understand a whole lot more. And it was just so dope hearing all these songs. And even besides her songs, when they played Baker and Roy Ayers, they played the originals. They got the rights to play the originals. And of course, if Puffy is the executive producer and he's the one that made this whole thing, he has enough money to get the rights to play the real thing. But it made a difference. It definitely makes a difference to me in documentaries and biopics and stuff if they have the real songs, because the feeling of nostalgia, oh my God, it was just great. Like, I just loved every bit of it. And I would say definitely check it out. This is a thumbs up for me. And this is, again, Mary J. Blige, My Life. And it's on Amazon Prime. It came out today. Next up is Fatherhood, starring Kevin Hart. It is currently playing on Netflix, and it's been out for about a week or so. In this, we have Kevin Hart not really being a comedian, or not being a comedian at all. He's trying his hand at more drama and actual acting. And Kevin Hart is a good actor, so you can't take that away from him. He's a good actor. I also think Kevin Hart is funny at times. I think he was funnier a long time ago because, they have that whole thing, is Kevin Hart funny? I think Kevin Hart's funny. He has some funny jokes or whatever. This, he's not joking. He's trying to, be serious. And it was very weird to see him in that spot where he's just, being serious. And I'm like, tell me a joke. And I'm waiting, and it's not coming. And I'm like, come on, tell me a joke. And it's not coming. It's just not coming. But they did a great job at casting Alfre Woodard. You cannot go wrong with Alfre Woodard. And when I saw her, I was like, yes, this is going to be good because I love her. And like, when we talk about acting and good acting and great acting, that is Alfre Woodard. She did a really good job, you guys. And so this, I would say, should you watch it? Yes. It's a feel-good movie. It's cute enough. I mean, obviously we see that he's going to have custody of his daughter. Not custody, but he has to take care of his daughter. And can he do it? Will he do it? It's a cute little movie. Go ahead. I say you should watch it and find out. Now, let's skip to something a little less mainstream that people don't really know about. This is on Amazon Prime's All Black. It is a show called Stuck With You. All Black cast. I don't know any of their names, sorry, but I do know that the big yellow guy is from Queen Sugar, and I don't know his real name, so we'll just call him the fine big yellow guy. But yeah, it's a good show to me. They have season 2, which means it would be great for you to binge watch. Go ahead and on some rainy day, go ahead and binge watch it. You can binge watch season 1, season 2, and I think you'll be thoroughly entertained. They have some twists and turns up in there. It's dramatic and all that. And Mr. Fine, he's fine. And as you can see, Mr. Chocolate up there, he's fine too. So should you watch Stuck With You? I'm going to say yes. Amazon Prime, All Black. Go ahead, rainy day, check it out. You'll like it. It gets a thumbs up from me. Okay, next up, real quick, I might lose a couple of you with this one, but I'm going to keep it really brief. This is The Housewife and the Hustler. It's on Hulu. It's a documentary regarding Erica Jane and her husband. Erica Jane is from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And you don't have to watch that show in order to enjoy this documentary. I'm just going to give you a little bit of what it's about because it's really a good story. It's unbelievable the stuff that he was doing. Just imagine, you guys, that you sue a company or an entity or whatever and you win. Whether you win or you settle, either way, you're supposed to get compensated. And of course, your attorney is compensated as well. But just imagine winning and never receiving your payout. And your attorney is the one who actually took it from you. You won. You won, but your attorney took your money. Can you imagine? I cannot imagine. As someone who sued a company and settled, I cannot imagine if my attorney took my money. When I tell you heads would roll, I would still be going. And a lot of them to this day have not received their money back. And it's unreal to have her then go on TV as one of these super rich women. I'm telling you, as someone who watches the show, I don't look at her the same. Did she know? Did she not know? How does she not know? I don't know. But I just think that it's gross to see her spending all this money knowing that this is other people's money. These people had a crime committed against them, sued and won, and then you commit another crime. You violate them all over again. It's disgusting. But the documentary is really good, so you should check it out. It's The Housewife and the Hustler on Hulu. It's playing now, guys. This, should you watch? Yes. All right, you guys, last but not least, I am saying it for the second time on my channel, and I just started it. So obviously that means I think you should really watch this movie, well, this show. Dirty John, the Betty Broderick story. Now, don't get confused because Dirty John has a season 1 that is a totally different story. This is the second season. It's on Netflix. So I would say definitely check out Dirty John, the Betty Broderick story. So it's season 2, guys. But if you have nothing to do, or I mean, absolutely all of this is if you have nothing to do. Obviously, you're just in the house and you're trying to look for something to watch. But this is good. It has a little bit of everything. It's suspenseful. She's batshit crazy. He's narcissistic and gaslighting and all of that, which we've all had to deal with. So why not watch it and just be entertained and be like, girl, I know what you're going through right now. But it's a good show, you guys. So go ahead and check it out. Thank you guys for giving me your 10 minutes of time and letting me recommend some things for you guys to possibly watch this weekend or sooner or later. But I will see you guys back here for my next video. I appreciate you guys. And if you are not subscribed, why don't you do me a solid and subscribe? It really does help me out. I would appreciate it. Like the video, make a comment if you care to. And I will see you back here soon. Smooches!